Do you have a teenage daughter going to a high school in today's society? If so, have you received a call from your local school stating that your daughter must be picked up immediately due to her inappropriate apparel? It is not uncommon in today's day and age for a parent to receive a phone call for this nature. Female students are being discriminated against for expressing themselves through their attire. According to Women's News, almost 60% of schools enforce a strict dress code around the country. According to the latest findings from the National Center for Education Statistics, based in Washington, D.C., requirements vary from school to school. This segment is based for all female dress code issues. Dress codes are implemented mainly for females, instead of males in most school districts. In today's day and age, young women are faced with the burden of being sexually objected by their attire. Since when did we become so sexist that we can't let growing girls feel free and safe in the clothes that they choose? Now, when I talk about attire, I do not mean letting your daughter walk out of the house in Daisy Dukes and a top showing her midriff. When I talk about attire, I mean reasonable shorts that don't have to go down to her knees, sundresses of appropriate length, and shirts that don't have to be 2 sizes too big to be classified as okay. In my opinion, a nationwide rule to re-implement and reinforce a normal standard for female student dress codes need to take effect. The school system needs to reevaluate the standards on dress codes for their female students. Steps and procedures need to be taken to really get down to the root of inappropriate. No more letting young men slide with their degrading tees and punishing females for wearing shorts because it's 110 degrees outside. In an interview with the Huffington Post, Sunri, the maker of a dress code film, stated, "This has little to do with clothing and more to do with the underlying message behind a code that tells young women to cover up and young boys that they can't control themselves." We should not be teaching growing young women to hide their body because young men were not raised with couth to respect them. Most importantly, if we can cut back on sending our daughters home for inappropriate dress codes, that means more classroom time for them. Do school districts not see that by targeting these young women, calling them out among their peers, and sending them home for their attire is affecting the outcome of their education? Do you want to take action? Contact your local independent school district. See if there are any active petitions to sign. Also, please make yourself aware that this is a real thing, this can happen to your daughter, and this is in every school district that we have. Next time you get a call from your school about your daughter's attire, remember how she is being negatively impacted by a male's wandering eye. Just like Time magazine states, when a girl is taken out of class on a hot day for wearing a strappy top because she is distracting her male classmates, his education is prioritized over hers. When a school takes the decision to police female students' bodies while turning a blind eye to boys' behavior, it sets up for a lifelong assumption that sexual violence is inevitable and victims are partially responsible. Students are being groomed to nurture the culture stating that the narrative that sits behind the very heart of our society is sexual violence. This matters very much indeed. Thank you.